Welcome to Off the Beaten Path, a cutting-edge international fashion adventure program that leads viewers to unique shops, boutiques, markets, and designers where avant-garde fashion experiences are discovered. But only if you are relentless, like your host, Tadre Moignet, determined to reveal fashion at its best. I'm here today with Justine Nakku. She is an accessories designer for home goods as well as fashion. So Justine, I told you earlier the reason why I wanted to interview you is because you had pieces that I had never seen before. I had gone to the crafts market earlier in Kampala and I had purchased a whole bunch of things, but really they were made in Kenya and they were predominantly made by the Maasai. And one of the things that we talked about before is what is African fashion? What we typically wear is made in Europe. And so when I saw what you were doing, I thought it was definitely representative of you, representative of the country. And I also like that you source most of your materials locally. So not only are you sourcing materials locally, but you're also economically enriching your environment.
EKA. EKA is the name for my company.
Yes.
And EKA means EKA in my local language. It means EKA, home, my home. Yeah, I chose it because of my growing up, my upbringing. Yeah, I've grown up with so many skills, right from weaving, crochet, molding, clay, jewelry. The workshop is also at home.
So when it's time for you to create, whether you're creating sandals or you're creating a salad bowl, what is the process for you? Do you select the materials first? Do you do a sketch?
I always get ideas from the things we use, the things around me, the things I see, and then the things I just think about. So thereafter, I pick up my pencil and my sketchbook or anything that's near me, even if it takes me to just draw on my working table or draw not something on the ground, I'll do it. So as long as I've picked up that idea, I'll make sure I put it somewhere where I can, I put a point where I'll build from. So that's how I start all my design.
So you do the sketch first?
Yes.
And then after you do the sketch, do you select the materials?
While doing these sketches, I keep thinking about the materials I use. And then the behaviors of these materials. I can line up several materials, and then I keep choosing. And then when I start to produce, I start with samples. I make sure I sample, I try several materials and then see how they behave, see how long they can last, the beauty, and all that.
It sounds like you combine the best features of form and function. Some designers, it's all about the aesthetic, but then how do you wear it? But I also like that you look at the natural characteristics of the materials that you use. So your designs are very practical, they're also very ergonomic. Like how you were describing why you chose to work with the cable, how it molds to the foot, massages the foot, etc.
Exactly. Yeah. And at the same time, it's beautiful, it's simple.
Yes.
It's wearable, it's not inconveniencing, it's not going to burn you, it's not going to scratch.
Yes.
However much it's woven, but
yes.
It will not scratch you, it's soft, and then it blends well with the sandal.
Yes. I want to go back to the sketching because you told me earlier that both your mom and dad, they draw. Yes. So you picked up that skill from them?
Since my childhood, my mom could get me piles and piles of books to just keep drawing.
Wow.
Just keep drawing. I didn't have colors, but what I could do, I used to love planting flowers a lot. Okay. I could pick each and every flower, and I could not just pick out a flower. I picked a shoot to plant. That place was full of flowers. So what I could do, I could pick out those flowers, squeeze them, and then start rubbing my different drawings. Yeah. To add color, because I didn't have colored pencils when I was young. Around 5, 6. There are 5, 6, 7. So I could pick even leaves. I could scratch leaves, and then charcoal, and then even ash. Yeah, ash could give me that gray. So that's how even my color scheme also grew. Okay. Yeah, I'm also a good painter.
Okay. So you paint also?
I paint.
Wow. And what's your favorite medium to paint in?
And cloth.
Cloth.
Cloth and wood.
So do you use acrylic paints, watercolors? What do you use? You like acrylic?
Acrylic and, acrylic.
Acrylic dries faster.
Yes.
So that's what we have in common because my father is also a creative. He's a painter. He uses oils. Do you have any other inspiration or a muse?
Basically, it has been my environment. The environment, the culture, the tradition, and the fact that we are all surrounded by different tribes. We have over 52 tribes in Uganda, and all these tribes behave differently. We have so many norms. So I keep, those are the areas where I admire from, the flora, the plants. Those have been my inspirations.
Okay. Can you talk to me about your training? I feel like your parents were your first teachers.
Exactly. So I've got both formal and informal education.
Okay.
The informal is part of me. It's in the blood. Ever since I was born, it's been running over, and I'm just polishing it. And then it's the informal that has also helped me develop the formal. I have a degree in industrial art and design.
Industrial art design.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. From McLeod University.
Yes. Now it's all starting to come together.
Yes.
Okay.
But whatever I did there, it was a backup of my childhood skills. Whatever I did, I basically majored in graphics.
Okay.
Painting and weaving. Yeah, so all those skills have opened me up. So I always feel I could do something out of anything that I could touch.
Yes. Do you find that your work is therapeutic? Like, do you find that it relaxes you, soothes you, help you clear out things in your mind?
Yes, please, because whenever I make something, let's say the sandal, and it reaches this stage, I feel I could even slaughter something or eat something nice.
Really?
Because, yes, I feel I have achieved it.
Okay.
Yes, I always feel so good when it's like giving birth to something.
Yes. And most people, when they major in something, they have a specific focus. So within industrial design, what was your focus?
Earlier, when I just come out of the university, I was everywhere. I was like, could I paint? Could I do jewelry? At the university, I didn't do it, but I grew up doing it for myself. I never wore anything foreign. Whatever I've been putting on
Was
by
yours.
myself, yes.
That's dope.
So I was like, should I just develop this line? Should I go do graphics design, just make posters for people, business cards, you know, all that. Then later I bumped into Kenyan friends, met Kenyan friends from Demos Crafts. So Ben Omondi introduced me to working with bonds. Yes, how to work with bonds. Then I was like, I think I should focus on this. Then I got introduced to horn. We also knew some bit of horn.
So where do you source from?
I source from around me, from around Uganda.
And I would imagine that the leather comes from the cows in Uganda.
Yes. Yes, it's tanned here and the cows also slaughtered here.
And what about the horn and the bone that you work with?
The horn and bone, for the horns I pick up from local slaughterhouses. And there also are other people who keep picking it from like scattered slaughter areas in villages.
Yes.
So I also buy from them.
Nice.
Yes, some of them come and supply me here. The bone I collect from restaurants.
Wow.
Yes, from restaurants, and I also get some boys. I ask them to pick around for me.
Yeah.
Then I give them something.
I like that.
Yes.
Economic independence. And I like that you're sourcing locally, strengthening the local economy.
Yeah.
Now, as an independent designer, what do you see as one of your challenges?
I have several challenges.
Okay.
I'm facing a lot of challenges. Yeah, being the fact that I'm dealing with the local materials. So most of the materials in the market are duplicated, and they always wear off immediately you start using it. It doesn't work as planned. For example, you might plan to use, let's say, 10 sheets of sandpaper for, let's say, 20 pieces.
Yes.
Yeah, duplicated sheets can't even finish the job. They wear so fast.
Yes.
And then the glue, the super glues.
Yes.
Even some of the drill bits.
Yes.
Also duplicated. Once you start drilling, it breaks. Or once you start drilling, it burns and bends. So that's the challenge, but I have to keep pushing.
So just to reiterate what you're saying, is that because you're sourcing locally, a lot of the local materials are low quality. And so instead of just buying something one time, you have to buy it multiple times. Got you.
Yes.
Okay.
And then also, the local prices increase, they will never go down.
Wow.
They will never, even if there's any change in the dollar, because we are so much governed by the dollar rate.
Yes.
And even if there's a change, a go down of the dollar rate, our local prices will never go down. They'll keep shooting up. Yeah, so that's also another challenge, and also power, sometimes blackouts.
Yes.
And then I opted for, at first I wanted to hire a generator because I couldn't afford buying one.
Yes.
But then hiring is also expensive, and then the fuel prices have also gone up, and they keep shooting up every day.
Wow.
Yeah, so what I do, I work day and night.
Whenever the power's on.
Yes, I work day and night.
Yes.
Yes, to keep the gap closed.
Yes. Unfortunately, this is not the first time I've heard this from creatives dealing with power outages?
And me, most of the things like for the bone and horn, it's mainly machines.
Yes.
Yes, it's mainly machines. So it's been a challenge.
I understand, especially when you want to keep up with demand from your customers. Now, what about some of your most proud moments, one of your triumphs?
I have been able to inspire so many people, the old, the young, the youth. It's been inspiration. I feel not yet satisfied, but I feel so happy. I just feel so happy because whoever is not well, whoever wants something, not even like the work I do, because not everyone can do, even if you train them.
Yeah.
But the advice, and then you sharing the moments together, and then sharing the fields of work together, that has been my happiness.
I always like to say that you never know who is watching. People are always watching, and just being here, I don't know, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I could see that you are a leader in your community, and people look to you for inspiration. They look to you for guidance, and they're watching. And you may not realize it right away, but then you'll see people emulating what you're doing. What I also love about what you're doing is it's not just you working alone here in your studio, which is how a lot of independents work. You have staff. Let me see, 1, 2, I think you have like 5 people on staff?
EKA, basically, I get my labor force from the village around me, the villages around me, and my village. Mainly these are disadvantaged people. Everyone you see around here, some of them are not around, they have a story, a big story. So initially I used to like get some small things, like not gifts, but I could get like my clothes or buy a kilo of sugar or buy something, and I could just give.
Okay.
But then it reached a time I was like, now, you give someone, let's say, a kilo of sugar, but so this person is not, you haven't, it looks as if you haven't helped. Then I was like, now what should I do? I started thinking, or maybe I could start bringing these people close to me. I showed them my skills, because I started by showing them around, this is what I do, so some of them picked the interest, even the old people.
Really?
Yeah, I did the old widow orphans, like the girls you've seen here.
Yes.
One is an orphan, and then the other one I picked up from the dad. She used to stay with the father, and the father was drunkard. The father had no home.
Wow.
Was like, I wondered, then he sleeps here with her. There, he's there. Then I was like, Martha, can you please come to me? So she came to me. I was like, you know what? Is it okay to start staying with me?
Yes.
Then I'll teach you some of the things I do. Where I pick the interest is where we shall focus on. So I took her around. She helps me here with some things. But then I took her to learn fashion. Yeah, she's the one I took to learn fashion.
Yes.
And tailoring. So she tailors there. She also does some small bags here, the pouches, puts linings, stitches linings. So that's the labor force I use here.
Yes.
Basically.
I love how you're giving back to the community, you're providing employment, you're providing skills, and you're one person.
Yeah, I'm one. The good thing, everyone, however much, everyone respects and understands me. I'm not, I don't command them, but they always listen and understand, and they always do what I tell them to do.
Yes. So you're very community-minded. That's something else that we also have in common. My background is in community development, international community development, and you were telling me why you decided to stay in your hometown, in your community, because you could easily open up shop in Kampala, but if you could tell us, explain to us why you decided to stay here.
Here, because the labor force, the people could help me Like they're available, they're around me.
Yes.
I've grown up knowing their experiences, what they go through and what they can do.
Yes.
Though some of them have been also showing me various skills.
Yes.
I also learn like weaving, weaving, basketry, and crochet from those different old people. So I decided to put this workshop here because I don't have to transport people here.
Yes.
We can easily get food, and it's also near the market. My first market.
Okay.
Like I can transport things to town, and then people can always come here so easily.
Okay. And there's a certain level of comfort and familiarity when you are based in your hometown. I would also say that this studio is a triumph. This is a new studio for you. I know so many creatives that work out of their home, you know, and they have to balance the home life with the work life. But here you have your own studio where you can completely concentrate on creating. So what's next for you? What do you have planned?
I'm planning to set up proper administrative structures.
Okay.
Having a design team, production team, selling team, marketing, sourcing funds. I'm liking funds to expand. Actually, that's the biggest limit. Yeah, I'm sourcing funds. I want to reach out to government and see if I can get some grants from there.
That would be nice.
Yes, and see if I can bring in more machines and also stock materials.
Yes.
Yeah, it's mainly machines, materials, and then the inputs. It's been my challenge.
The imports.
Yeah, the inputs, like these other materials and paper, the glues, yeah, yes. In the future, I want EKA to have its own EKA village.
Wow.
Yes, I have EKA fashion, EKA design accessories, EKA training institute, EKA. I also want to have a charity, the EKA Charity Foundation. So all those are my big plans, and also having EKA as one of the big brands, both local and international.
Yes.
Yes, all those are my dreams right now.
Oh my gosh, it's so feasible. I can totally see the village already.
That's my dream. I really want to change the lives of these people. I really want so much. I really want to train like those youths disadvantaged, even the old, any age, anyone.
I love the whole idea of sustainability, having an organization that can sustain itself. I love the fact that you're using local people from your community for your labor, for your creativity. But you also mentioned that you were going into wearable fashion.
Yes.
Okay, so you said that you hired someone and you sent her to tailoring school.
Yes.
So she'll be expanding into the fashion.
Exactly.
That'll be dope.
Exactly.
Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Off the Beaten Path, Mukono. Tune in next week where we focus on a fashion designer based in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.